This is Hive 1 on the 27th of August 2021, and again I'm with Ruby.
Hiya.
And Ruby's going to get lots of hives, she says.
Yeah, definitely. One
Probably
day.
not, yeah, not immediately. Right, so we'll have a little look in here. They look quite, that's unusual. I don't normally see the bees above the crown board. That's called a crown board. It's the kind of the ceiling.
Does that mean that there's probably honey in the...
I don't think there is, because last week there wasn't. Okay, so I'm just giving them a blast of smoke just to say I'm coming in. Again, they've stuck this down. Oh, I'm sorry about the smoke, it is horrible.
No, it's fine.
Right, so now there's a lot more activity in this super than there was in the other one. Do you agree? And the reason I have two hives is that I can see the differences. It's quite fascinating to watch and view the differences.
Were they given by the same person?
They were, and it was just out of luck, I suppose, is the best way to describe it. So come on, ladies, off we go. But the lady was itching to go on holiday. She'd got an appointment, urgent appointment, and she had to get rid of some bees. So it was kind of mutually advantageous that she got rid of the bees and I acquired them. Right, so just have a little heft, see what I've got going on in here. Oh, no, there's honey in here. I can feel it. So last time I came, just a week ago, there was nothing inside here. Ooh. So it's good. I'm encouraged. I don't think there's very much on these last two, but I'll have a little look. Okay, so there's anything on here? No. That's empty. Can you see that all they've done is they've drawn it out, as it's referred to. I'm quite busy. I think there's robbing going on. Oh, that's, again, they haven't even drawn that one out. Okay. So that's still being worked on. I've got to be a little bit more careful. I'm being a bit casual here. It's just, I did feel there was weight to the frame, but at the moment I've still seen, again, nothing. It must be right in the middle. They tend to work from the centre outwards. Again, nothing in there. So where are they hidden? This honey I can feel the weight of. Oh, there's something there. Can you see it? Then I think they're adding to it, but there's not much to show. Okay. It's a similar setup to the other one. Yep. And there's a queen excluder, and this super is for to allow them to store their honey for winter. That's what they're doing. Now there's nothing on here, is there either?
What's the advantage of storing honey in the brood compared to?
Well, it's proximity, I think, and that they store it on the extremity of the brood nest. It's a bit like a rugby ball shape, and so it's that kind of ovoid spheroid type shape. And you've got stores at the end, and as you come to the middle, you get the brood.
Sorry, what I meant was, how come they're storing it in the super box compared to the brood box?
Well, they tend to store above.
Okay.
They tend to move upwards, and they store above the brood nest. But they do that after, I think, they've filled the area in the brood. But what I don't want them to do is fill it with honey. I want them to fill this with honey so I can take it. I'm very mercenary. Yeah. Nothing to show you on here. So there's hardly any honey. I don't know where the weight I felt was. I haven't seen any yet. But there's a tiniest amount on that frame we took out. But this hive has definitely increased in numbers. It was queenless for a while, but I knew it had a queen, except I could never see her. She's been just very, very difficult to spot, but they've drawn every one of these frames, except perhaps for the last two. So it's encouraging that they're doing something, but it's too early to... I'll just move all these up. These have got to be a certain distance apart.
Did you have your dummy one in there?
Not yet. I did have, and I forgot to reintroduce that. So these are what they call self-spacing frames, and you can see there's I just blast of smoke. Let's just move them out of the way. They don't like it. and I don't like doing it, but perhaps they're just on the, come on, go away.
How often do you get stung?
I've very rarely been stung, so it's, you know, these are particularly lovely bees, and I haven't been stung at all, ever, since
Great.
June. So you do get stung though, and they attempt to sting, but I've got these very thick gloves on. They can't really get through them, so they wouldn't get through yours. You're perfectly safe, but you can't feel very much. It's a bit like, I have got nitrile gloves, you know those things,
Oh, yeah.
and they are much more satisfactory, but it's very difficult to feel. Well, with any gloves, the experts, the real pros, don't use gloves at all.
I know, I wouldn't dare.
No.
Have you watched The Farm by Jeremy Clarkson?
Yeah, some of it.
Yeah.
Has he got somebody on there doing that?
Well, he's got, there's an episode which has bees.
Oh, is it?
Yeah, and so he's in the outfit, but he's obviously not very well protected. And it's just
He's been
beautiful.
stung, yeah.
Yeah.
Yes. So what I'm doing is looking to make sure I haven't got a queen really on the underside of here. And if I have, I need to make sure she goes back in, because there's only one queen, and I don't know. I haven't seen any drones yet though, so
Okay.
it's interesting. I don't think they have ejected all the drones yet, but they might have done. I mean, the weather has been pretty awful.
And they eject them because there's not enough.
They don't need them.
Oh, right.
They're superfluous. They don't. So anything they don't need, they get rid of. So drones get pushed out and just left, pushed out the hive. I said they're mercenary.
Yeah, yeah.
They really are.
Done their job.
They've done their job and that's it. So they're only there for breeding. Some number of seams. So I think I'd count 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. That was 8 last time. Maybe 8.5 then. But they've slightly increased in numbers. So this is frame number 1. I can see, without even taking this out, there's nothing much happening under here. There's a lot more bees in here than there were last time I looked. So the ones that were, they're developing well, and they're generating a lot of bees. These would be winter bees, I would think, and they last about 6 months, maybe a bit more. Have you got bees on you? You okay?
I'm okay.
Right.
There are a few more making noises, aren't there?
Yeah. Yeah, they're a bit more. I thought this would be more feisty. You know?
Yeah.
All the ones that were gathering around the front have disappeared.
Ooh.
Yeah, they don't like smoke, and who does? Right, so what we're going to do, you're going to have a look at this, but there was nothing to show you on that one. Come on.
No, that's fine.
As gently as I can. I don't like. Oh, I've
What's
lost
the
a bit.
white stuff on the other side? Sorry.
Which stuff?
If you turn it over when you're ready.
Oh, yeah, that's honey.
Ah.
That is honey that has been sealed. It's got a weight to it. Have a feel for the weight. Oh,
Yeah?
they're sticky. So when you get a full frame, it is extremely heavy. And if you have a whole, they weigh about 30 pounds. A super.
Wow.
Yeah, of
Have you got
honey.
it?
Yeah, I've got it. Yeah, they're sticky, aren't they?
Yeah.
And that's the propolis.
Oh yeah, the sap.
The tree sap and all sorts of other sap, and they just gum everything up. Anywhere there's a hole they don't like, they'll stick it up with a bit of propolis, and they stick frames together.
Do your neighbours have any issues?
Not yet.
Not yet.
They're new neighbours, so they know about it. I haven't hidden it, but they haven't
Yeah.
had a problem. Now this is extremely heavy.
Oh yeah. Amazing.
This is full of honey. I can tell without
Yeah.
getting anything else. Is there much on there? Right, you feel the weight of that. Tell me when you've got it.
Oh wow, yeah.
Can you see what I mean?
Yeah, I've got it.
You're stuck.
Oh, sorry, that was actually because of me holding you.
Oh, I know.
Okay, yeah, I can definitely
So
appreciate the weight.
you've got the weight of it now. So it is heavy. I need to just take one end. I've got that end right now. This one here. Thank you. Right. So what I'm looking for is to see if I can see a queen.
Yeah, and can I ask, well, how come these ones are slightly darker in colour?
Right. That's pollen.
Oh, okay.
All right. Do you remember they bring in two things? They bring in nectar
And pollen, yeah.
and pollen, and it's fascinating to watch what they're doing. They really act as a, it's a proper community. It really is. And they've all got their jobs to do. And then when they are first born, their jobs are to clean out the cells, and they're nurse bees, and that's all they do. And then after that, they go on to feeding the larvae.
Yeah.
And then after some time, I don't know what time that is, they then become foragers, and that's their last role, and then they'll die foraging.
So it's the same bee that goes through different stages.
Yeah,
So
it is.
Nurse bees, then you said.
Oh, I think there's house bees, nurse bees. I'm not sure
Oh, right.
when they become which, but
Yeah.
right now this is a fairly typical brood pattern. Let's just lay this on here. Let's squash them a bit. Got a bee buzzing around me. Right, here's a nice sort of typical shape of the sort of ovate spheroid. You've got the honey on the outside.
Yeah.
I can't see. I can see in here. If you can see, Ruby, have a look over. There's little larvae in there.
Yeah, I can see that.
Got them?
Yep.
Little sea-shell, nice pearly white. I can see very young larvae here. I'm not sure if I'm seeing eggs, but I do need to be able to see at least one egg to say that I've got a laying queen. But at the moment, I might have to go further into the.
Yeah.
So that's frame number 4. I'll have a look on this side. Well, again, we've got ball brood going on. Can you see that?
Yeah. Yeah.
And that's not good. These
Oh,
two.
3, 4.
Yeah. This is not good at all. I'm still not so concerned because I've got a lot of very healthy brood here, and if it's a healthy hive, which it is, what I don't see is any deformed bees. They all look quite healthy. Yeah, so I don't see a major problem. I'm still looking for a queen though, so if you could keep an eye for a queen as well. Off we go. Come on. I don't really want you all around me.
I've got loads on around me as
Have
well.
you?
Yeah, is that her? That
Good
bigger
question.
one there?
No, that is a drone. That's why everyone thinks, oh, here we are. And it's got, no, it is a drone. It's got a round backside.
Yeah.
Can you see very rounded?
Yeah.
So that you know that is a drone. The queen's much longer and has a pointed. There's the queen.
Oh yeah.
We need to mark her. Keep an eye on her. Where is she? She's going around the back. She tends to go underneath.
Yeah. So she's more pointed. You're right.
Right, I need to keep an eye on where she's going. Huh? She's here, isn't she?
Yeah.
Oh, bugger. Keep looking. Where's she gone?
So she is.
Oh, she's here.
I'm
Right.
glad you can see her again because I kind of lost her.
You kind of. Yeah, go away if they're going around you. Just go away. It's much easier. They don't. Oh, come on. I've got her. Right. I've got a few others, but I've got her as well, I think.
Yeah, you have.
Right, so we'll just lay her on there for the minute. And they'll be all over.
Yeah,
because
they're
they
well
all
protected, don't they?
they follow. Now what I've got to do is get my pen. Excellent, that's what I was wanting. You've given me a bit of a good luck omen. They're all over her. They love her. Come on. Now what I've got to do is get her to turn around. Go away. And she won't. can you take the top of that pen off,
Yeah.
please? And give it a shake up and down. It's one of those. Right, when you're ready, can you mark the back of her? Hang on, I need to get that black blob that's just... Can you see where it's green?
Yeah.
Can you mark in there? It's just mark right on there. She marked?
Yeah.
Yeah, do it anything better. Great, well done. And just let it dry for a minute. I mustn't squash her.
She spread it round, which is good. Doing our job.
I'm very pleased. Thank you for helping with that.
No worries.
Really, I've got to let it the
dry.
ink dry. But that's the first time I've seen this queen, and she's clearly a busy girl.
Yeah. How long have you had this?
Only since June, sort of middle of June.
Oh right.
So a couple of months.
Yeah. And this is the first time you've seen the queen.
Yeah. Well, they didn't have a queen. They generated this queen, and now what I've got. That is a wasp. That wasp was going to get killed by me. I hate them. Hate them with a vengeance. Now, where did the queen go? Oh, there she is. She's there. You marked the queen. I don't know whether she's in here.
Oh right. Oh yeah. Yeah.
Great. Well done, Ruby.
No worries.
That was good. So I've now got a marked queen, although the marking is not doing very well. But that's not your fault. That's all right. At least it's a little bit easier to spot her. So we found her on frame number 4. All right. So what we'll do is probably not go too much. We'll have a little look a bit further on. I don't know what else they've got. Usually they store honey on the outside. I don't need to disturb them. And the fact that I found this queen, I'm fairly happy. I don't want to disturb them if I don't need to. I think there's quite a bit of honey at the back here.
Okay.
I'm just going to take this frame out.
Is that a dummy?
No, it's one that they've done nothing with, and I don't blame them. But what I've got to do is make sure they've got enough room to the queen's got room to lay in, and I think she does from the earlier frames I've seen. So I'm happy that she's a prolific queen. She's laying very well compared to last week. It's amazing. Right, what's happening here? A little bit of honey on there.
Yeah.
So not much else to show.
Right.
It is. But this extra frame here, I'm going to. Oh, these are so clumsy. Why have I got bees all over me? Right. So this one, I'm going to give this to you to lift up.
Ooh, okay.
Do you mind taking it out?
No, of course not.
Try, if you can, to take it out. If you can't, tell me and then I'll do it. I'll lift this up so you can at least get it underneath. Try not to roll them. Have you got it? You grab that. That's it. You okay?
Yeah.
I can grab it for you.
Yeah,
Is it heavy?
It is heavy, but it's alright. Great.
And then, as I say, turn it vertically. No,
Turn it vertically.
that way, and then look the other way around, and then you can turn it back down that way again. So then you can see both sides of the frame. That's the only thing.
Okay.
That's the only reason we do it. It just means that you put it back in the same way.
Just near my hood.
Oh, is that annoying you?
No, I just need to remain calm.
You do need to remain calm because they can't get you. That's right, I'll deal with it. Don't worry, I'll deal with it. You go and walk away.
Just my breath.
Walk away.
Thank you.
I know, but we'll sort them out.
Yeah.
They just need a puff of this and you watch. It'll all be magic. What the theory they think is that the bees think, oh, there's a forest fire. I must go and get some honey because I'm going to need to gorge myself. There's a fire nearby.
Okay.
That's the theory. Whether it's true, so they all disappeared down.
Yeah.
We'll put it all back.
Great.
But I'm pleased that we found and marked the queen. I knew that she was there, but she's been elusive.
Would you put the empty frame in the middle so that they can work
I would, but I'm not going to because I don't want to disrupt what they've done. I would if they were a little bit stronger. They're not as strong as other colonies that we've seen elsewhere, so if you're getting annoyed by bees, just walk away. Is the answer. I know it's not for everyone. If it isn't for you, the best thing to do is to find out now rather than getting a whole load of bees and finding out, oh God, I wish I hadn't done this. Because it's not for everyone. My sister-in-law absolutely freaks.
Do you live with your wife there? Or
Yeah.
How
No.
did you find them?
Well, she got stung last summer, so she wasn't too happy, but it was her own fault for being so blasé. But anyway, yeah, just walk away.